perennial Big Ten powerhouse Maryland is ready to go, looking for a big win on the resume. Number 6 UConn in town. That train's very short this afternoon for the Huskies as they get set to take on Maryland on the road. And welcome to the Big Ten on ESPN. We've got 2 of the 5 active coaches that have won national championships matching wits here this afternoon. Maryland going with the black jerseys. It's a blackout Sunday for the Terps.
UConn starting out in their man-to-man. Maryland will try to get the ball into Diamond Miller's hands often on the offensive end.
Pull-up is good from Abby Meyers, and her start will be critical after she was briefly benched last week, back into the starting lineup today.
You saw Maryland pick up in some token pressure. They will continue to do that. As you heard Drea talk about Connecticut's difficulty with pressure in their last game, no difficulty here. They worked all shoot around today, getting the ball inside, trying to take advantage of their bigs.
Aaliyah Edwards, the 6'3" junior from Ontario, Canada. They will have the size advantage. Maryland was concerned about that today in shoot around.
Just saw in that shot, Maryland did not send anybody to the offensive boards. They are looking to get back in transition defense because Connecticut's so good when they can run.
Their game is turn you over and then push it. Here is Diamond Miller. She'll attack, going right at Edwards. Her scoop won't go. Caroline Ducharme, another new addition to the starting lineup. Second turnover here in the early going for Connecticut. There's a look at Brenda. Shyanne Sellers goes to the left hand and uses the backboard. Betancourt with the bigger Sellers on her defensively. Inesh with the miss. Edwards cleans it up.
It's another area that was a concern for Brenda Fries, was rebounding.
2 available players to come in off that bench today.
Both are bigs.
Briggs, mid-range.
From bigs to Briggs, I like it.
There you go. And now the push, Betancourt with the spin, finds the open shooter. Lopez Seneschal, and the emotion from Betancourt getting the assist.
Betancourt looks like a completely different person this first 3.5 minutes than the player who finished off the game against Princeton. She was not comfortable at the end of that game, turning the ball over. She has a nice command about her so far today.
3-ball is good from Brinae Alexander, the senior transfer from Vanderbilt.
Bigs going one-on-one. That's the area where they have the advantage here today, a smaller Maryland team.
Yeah, what did Gino say? I want you guys to just play basketball. Just play one-on-one, just like that. Griffin off the bounce.
That's where she excels, using her quickness and athleticism. Talking about quickness and athleticism right there, Diamond Miller.
Miller got a little too far underneath the bucket. Meyers through traffic, pulls up, no. Who they hope to have back real soon. And a bump. Didn't play all of last year. Her mom, Audrey, was a trackster.
Brother AJ is now in the starting lineup.
Exactly.
She is not his brother, or he is, I'm sorry, Aubrey's brother. She is not his sister. There we go, yeah.
Lopez Seneschal is their weapon from outside, and they are finding Edwards. Myers tries the baseline, and the pass hit the bottom of the backboard. Here comes Betancourt on the run.
Who is this young woman wearing number 21 in white?
Myers gets an open look. That won't go, and now Betancourt adds a rebound to her tally. That's the 6th turnover. Maryland so far, though, not able to make them pay for those takeaways. Sellers pulls up and gets it to go. Ducharme, that won't go, and now Sellers with the rebound. To go here in the first quarter. Sellers banked it in, and then the shrug.
You know how hard it is to bank a baseline shot in? I know, but it's a great shot in horse if you can figure out a way to make it.
Oh!
I mean, how the heck did that go in? I don't know. It's still worth 2.
Betancourt off the bounce. Edwards is there.
Only player in the starting lineup that would be still in the starting lineup if everyone was healthy.
Pull up is good from Masonis. With all the turnover in the Maryland lineup, they lost 5 of their top 6 players from last year as Edwards scores again inside. Crazy shot. The block. And then they give it right back. Miller drops it off. Masonis fouled. What a nice day for her. Her mom, Ellen Clark, is a former UConn assistant coach. Edwards, a little too far underneath, missed the layup. And now Diamond Miller will hold for 1. Gino gets Griffin to back away. Miller will take the uncontested 3, short. And that'll take care of the first quarter. Start of the second quarter here in College Park. Connecticut shooting better than 50% in that first quarter.
The ball in the post, Connecticut guards turning it over.
The 5 Connecticut starters played every minute in that first quarter, hitting 5 of 7 shots.
Look at the difference, though, the space that's being taken up in the paint.
Drops it off, nice feed, Aubrey Griffin for 2.
Yeah, you're not going to just be able to duck in anymore, and a great job by Aaliyah Edwards.
Diamond steps around and will head to the free throw line.
Oh, that's big.
And this is huge now for Connecticut as Lopez Seneschal.
So you lose a ball handler.
They're fortunate right now. Maryland is only shooting 31%, and Diamond Miller is 0 for 7. Edwards, 16-footer is good. Sellers, who was the hero of their Purdue game, a buzzer beater. They're second in their last 3 games. Good step around by Meyers. Betancourt tried to go behind her back, and it's taken away, and then a foul. 3 turnovers now for Inej. Meyers, the skip, Sellers, got it.
Shyanne Sellers has been really, really good in a half where Diamond Miller has struggled to find the hoop.
She's got 9. Puts the crowd up and at him a little bit. Miller through traffic. Diamond kicks it out to Meyers. Back-to-back triples. Timeout, UConn. And they have started to crank up the defense, forcing the UConn turnovers. They have outscored the Huskies 12-4 here in the second. Good pick and roll from Edwards to lay it in.
Edwards is the one on the floor who can really score. The problem is she's a post player, so it's not like she can create from the outside. How about Abby Meyers stepping up big?
Another 3 here today after she went 4 of 17 in the 2 games prior. Edwards, nice cut and a good find by Griffin.
Just playing basketball. Great job by Aaliyah Edwards to continue to move after Aubrey Griffin got stuck behind the hoop.
Meyers. Griffin thought about the 3, thinks twice, around and out. Offensive rebound. They are just dominating on the glass. Ducharme 3. Extra possession gets them a bucket. Plus 11 on the glass right now for Connecticut.
How about Abby Meyers, though, and Shyanne Sellers, how they've played on a day when Diamond Miller's struggling to score. Another one.
Meyers. Ducharme tries to answer. Battle for the Offensive rebound.
Abby Meyers handled it perfectly. Abby said, I would have done the same thing.
And now 5 for 5 in the second quarter. Tried the one-handed pass, and it's another turnover. Sellers drops it off for Alexander. Got it. This is game-changing research that helps save lives, and you can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. Maryland trying to beat Connecticut for the first time ever. 0-7 against Gino. Alexander triple. And that's going to be a foul on Masonis over the back. And they are all Griffin 4 for 4. 5 for 5. Well, you got to like her resilience, going 11 for 11 from the floor against Princeton.
That's when you know a player has confidence, when they can follow up a really tough shooting night with a great one.
Meyers does it again. Her 4th triple of the half.
Brinae Alexander with an incredible screen to give Meyers the time to get that shot off.
Well, the rest of the Terps have really picked it up, looking to take the lead into the locker room, even though Diamond Miller does not have a basket in this first half. 2 points at the free throw line. Edwards, offensive foul. Final seconds of the first half. Sellers. And they will not get a shot up.
10 assists, 1 turnover. When you share the basketball, you make easy plays for one another.
Well, Beth, I caught up with Gino Auriemma coming out of halftime. He said defensively they had 2 focuses to limit Diamond Miller's on the inside and Abby Meyers on the outside. He said they did one of those 2 things. They have to find Abby Meyers better this second half. He said offensively it's the turnovers. In a colorful way, he said all our ball handlers are on the bench, but they have got to find a way.
And there is the first basket of the day for Diamond Miller. Here she is stepping away from the bucket. Lopez Seneschal fouled on the shot, and that'll be the 3rd on Diamond Miller. 15 of 16 so far this year for the transfer from Fairfield, the MAAC Player of the Year.
I just watched the replay in my monitor, and she got her everywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't clean up top.
Got her money's worth. So Diamond will watch for a bit. Sellers pulls up 15. Patterson with the catch inside. Good look from Lopez Seneschal. Back to within 5. Looking for 3. That's been their moneymaker today, Alexander. More points from outside the line than inside so far today for Maryland. Ducharme, good catch. And give the assist to Edwards.
Ducharme is a big guard who uses her frame well to post up in the paint. And the answer.
Masonis rattles one in.
First half, second half. First half they get down, they're able to come back. Here they answer runs.
3 Eastern next Sunday. Get to check out Hannah Jump and Cameron Brink. Ducharme fouled. Masonis and Miller. She'll keep her in there. Masonis. Sellers gets around Lopez Seneschal. Lost another player due to injury, Nika Mule, Nikisha Sales and Sue Bird, and then that incredible 2001 UConn team.
It's a little bit easier when you lose a big or 2.
Yeah. Sellers scores inside.
Man, she's been so good on the offensive end.
And Abby Meyers was really the trigger on the outside, Sellers inside. Alexander off the dribble. Griffin's got it. Nice drop off. Edwards from Lopez Seneschal.
Edwards.
Working inside, Edwards.
Just went to work all on her own, backing her defender down.
She's got to be the go-to every time up the floor, I would think. Lopez Seneschal.
I mean, they're using plenty of lineups today they haven't used all year because of injury, but to have Edwards.
Edwards has 10 baskets. The rest of the team has 9. Myers.
But that's their advantage. Involve DeBerry in the on-ball screen, make her step out on Myers.
Was able to bother that shot attempt. Patterson, no. Offensive rebound, tries again, up and in, and the Huskies are within 2.
Patterson is a workhorse. She gets the ball inside. She's going to be relentless on the glass.
Her 4th foul as Miller scores. Well, the threes that were falling in the second, not doing so in the third for Maryland. Ducharme, got it. Miller. And back it out to Alexander. Another 3 ball. Got it.
Yeah.
Lavender Briggs.
Great job by Briggs, and that's the player to attack. If DeBerry has to come out on the perimeter, that is not where she's comfortable defensively.
DeBerry gets the assist to Patterson. Miller into the lane and a foul.
And Lopez Seneschal has to come out of the game with foul trouble, so Griffin comes back in to give Betancourt an extra ball handler.
That got the 12-point deficit down to 3. Betancourt. Final 30 seconds of this third quarter. Ducharme inside the double team, and she walks with it here to end the third.
How about the big girl out on the perimeter defending?
Sellers. Throws it away.
They're out on the perimeter on Sellers. It's hard for big players to do that.
We are headed to the 4th quarter with Maryland leading UConn. In 2 of the last 3 games, Maryland has been victorious on buzzer beaters. Is that where we're headed again tonight as they try and beat UConn for the very first time? They're 0 for 7. And Connecticut scores again in the paint. Briggs, short. And now a chance to tie it or grab the lead. Edwards with a touch inside.
Leah Edwards continues to work. Doesn't get the ball initially, so what does she do? She just continues to work. Wow.
And one! Abby Meyers off the dribble.
Some of her teammates picked it up. What a tough shot across her body to her weak hand.
Dropped 29 on Kentucky.
Picked a good time to do it.
Yeah. Offensive rebound. Myers. Sellers to beat the buzzer. Edwards. Dropped it off to Ducharme, and Miller got the held ball.
Face her up.
Miller into the lane. Coverage begins. Monday Night Countdown at 6. Maryland now just 5 for 9 at the line.
Extra bigs.
DeBerry has come back in along that front line. Edwards. Out of bounds to Maryland. Alexander.
The offensive catalysts in this game for Maryland.
Lopez Seneschal, assist Edwards.
Really good job by Alexander there.
Meyers, turnover. Ducharme trying to take it all the way. Count it, and a foul.
Caroline Ducharme, and in that last UConn huddle, Paige was the first one to speak up. She said they went on their run, now we go on ours.
Alexander inside to Diamond Miller. And the basket for Diamond. Who's going to make the better decisions here down the stretch? Lopez Seneschal the three.
Lopez Seneschal.
Sellers, foul by Edwards. And 3 free throws coming for Shy. They're 7 for 10 now from the line. 17, make it 18 now for Sellers.
Oh yeah.
And they've needed her today. And now, will she be critical down the stretch? She is not on the floor right now. They elect to go with a different group, and for the second time in a row, they score on the inbounds out of a timeout.
Beautifully executed play. Get the ball into DeBerry, knowing that you're going to have a cutter in Aubrey Griffin.
UConn is at 6 of its 8 shots here in the fourth. Alexander, good for 3.
From the three-point line, just they continue to take advantage of slow closeouts or switching sides of the floor.
Griffin pulls up 15-footer short, comes all the way back out to her. And they find Edwards. Ducharme, tough shot. Edwards, offensive rebound, she'll take care of it herself. Alexander for 3. And here comes Connecticut. Griffin. Ducharme. Edwards, no. Diamond Miller. Diamond Miller. Baseline. Grab. Foul by Edwards. Is 4 of 6 from the stripe. Time of the essence for Connecticut. Lopez Seneschal for 3. And that's good.
1 minute remaining.
Meyers drives, got in trouble up in the air. Alexander, Miller, open look. Huge 3 for Diamond Miller. Down on the deck, fighting for the loose ball, and Maryland comes up with it. Knocked out of bounds to UConn.
Massive shot by Diamond Miller, left open, which for most of today would have been okay for a Connecticut defense, but makes the big one when it matters most.
Lopez Seneschal, baseline, pull up goes. Timeout in Maryland. Inbound to Miller. And there's the foul.
At the line for Maryland, Diamond Miller, shooting 2.
For Maryland, they will certainly win the ball security battle today. And scoring points off of those turnovers critical. Lopez Seneschal Gets the shot up, and that'll do it. For the first time in school history, the Maryland Terrapins beat Connecticut. 85-78, your final. For Abby Meyers, 19 for Shyanne Sellers. Miller and Alexander both in double digits as well. They end up scoring 21 points off of turnovers and 36 points off of their three balls as we send it over to Andrea.
A lot of hugs from your boys. Coach, your last win was your 600th. This 601st is the program's first win against Connecticut. What will you remember about this win?
Oh man, this one's special, obviously, with the crowd. This team, I know both teams had injuries. It was battle tested, and just the resiliency. It took a lot with their size. We're undermanned with the injuries we've had, and just proud of the execution late down the stretch.
When you mentioned execution, you had 21 points off of 22 turnovers from UConn. How would you describe the defensive execution to get it done?
Well, we knew that we needed to be able to pressure them because we couldn't match them on the boards. You saw the discrepancy. They just abused us inside as well as on the glass. So just really proud of the defense and being able to execute it.
Your leading scorer, Diamond Miller, has 2 points in the first half and then 13 in the second half. But how did her teammates get it done when she was struggling offensively?
Well, she made winning plays. She understood the whole game plan was to collapse on her, and then they stepped up and made tremendous plays around that.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
All right, Brenda Freeze and her boys celebrating the dub. They improved to 9-3 on the season. UConn falls to 7-2. 85-78, your final for Rebecca Lobo and Andrea Carter. I'm Beth Mullins, our entire crew. Hope you've enjoyed it here in College Park.